Blessings, everyone. Did you know that God had a sense of humor? In the story of Sarah and Abraham, God promises them a child. They doubted it. What happened? In Genesis chapter 17, verse 17 of the New Revised Standard Version, we hear why Abraham does not think that this is possible. Then Abraham fell on his face and laughed and said to himself, "Can a child be born to a man who is 100 years old? Can Sarah, who is 90 years old, bear a child?" God had a sense of humor. Sarah got pregnant. Here is Sarah's response that we hear in Genesis 21, verse 6. Now Sarah said, "God has brought laughter for me, and everyone who hears will laugh with me." At the age of 90, Sarah gave birth to a son. They called him Isaac. Isaac in Hebrew means he laughs. Maybe it is from this biblical story that the old Yiddish saying of "man plans and God laughs" comes from. Scripture shows us that laughter was a part of the divine. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, shares one of the most direct and effective shatterers of fear is laughter. Spiritual laughter can be defined as the external manifestation of inner joy and delight. I have come to believe our ability to experience spiritual laughter is in direct relationship to the spiritual expansion of our consciousness. I think of humankind's spiritual journey as a continuum. And at one end, you have those that are asleep, totally unaware that within each individual is a Christ consciousness. At the other end of the spectrum, you have those who have fully awakened to their spiritual consciousness. Our thoughts, words, and actions reflect where we are on the continuum. When we are asleep or barely awake, laughter and humor are often at the cost of someone else. We are not laughing with someone, we are laughing at someone. Sometimes people at this end of the spectrum think sarcasm is an excellent form of humor. I wonder if they know that sarcasm comes from the Greek word to tear flesh. As we move along the spiritual continuum, I think our source of laughter comes from a different place. It starts to shift. We start to become gentler with ourselves. I think we start to understand that we're never going to get it perfect. We are human. And also that sometimes our thinking, the words we use, and the actions we do are really interesting. In fact, at times can be quite absurd when we really step back and look at them. We become our best source of entertainment. As we continue along the continuum, we begin to know that sharing our humanness is not a sign of weakness. It can be a cause of great delight and learning. You see, you get to a point on your spiritual journey where the scales tip and you aren't so concerned about what others think of you because you are becoming more secure and comfortable in your own true nature, in who you truly are. I grew up spending many years fearful that if you got to know me, you would find me lacking. There wasn't much humor or laughter in my life. In fact, I didn't think I had a sense of humor. And then I had a sense of awakening. And at that moment, I started to move along the continuum. I'm going to share the following about myself. And I share it as an example of what can happen as you start to grow in your spiritual consciousness. Remember, I just shared with you for about a third of my life, I didn't want anyone to know me. So what I would like to do right now is introduce you to personality aspects of me that cause me to wander off the spiritual path. And when I see I have wandered off the path, it's usually because I've seen one of them occur. Now, I chose to name them. And now that I've become aware of them, I have a choice whether they are part of who I am or not. But as I said, when I wander off the path, they creep back into my thoughts, words, and actions. So here we go. You are certainly welcome to chuckle as you meet them. So the first one is a Missy Know-It-All. With all my wisdom and experience, I know what is wrong, what you need to do, and how. And now we have Dottie Do-It-All. I'll do it. I'll fix it. You are not capable. I will do it. Then we have Down Daisy. How could I have said that? How could I have been so stupid? Now what will people think about me? And then we have Way Too Serious Sally. I overthink and overanalyze everything, and usually what I'm analyzing is none of my business. And then there's Rescuer Rita. How can I help you? Do you need money? Do you need my car? Do you need my house? And finally, I'd like you to meet Hang'em Harriet, the last of my personality aspects that I'm aware of that takes me off my spiritual path or tells me I've wandered off the path. Hang'em Harriet. I see, I judge, I pass sentence. For me, when I realize that I'm acting from Hang'em Harriet, it is a sign that I need to stop, drop, and pray. As children, we were taught if we caught on fire to stop, drop, and roll. Well, when I see Hang'em Harriet, I know I need to stop, drop, and pray. The spiritual continuum is not rigid, it's sliding. It is sliding because we are human. What today I could laugh at, tomorrow may cause me embarrassment. But once you have experienced the freedom of just being you, this glorious divine spirit walking a human journey, you slip back up that scale quicker each time. Spiritual laughter for me was an unexpected gift from my walk of faith. I was not aware that laughter was part of a rich spiritual life. I have come to realize the truth of Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity's words. The most wasted day of all days is one without laughter. Laughter is an outer display of an inner joy and delight. As you walk through this day, may your inner joy and light shine for all to see. Thank you.